money's gonna make you happy, then you're probably broke. Or you didn't grow up rich, you didn't grow up with money. I heard a venture capitalist say this, and gosh, it resonated with me so much because I see such a hyper focus on luxury among women, especially black women. And hey, as a woman, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I like nice things. I like going to nice places, experiencing luxurious moments. I won't deny that. But what I'm noticing more and more and more is that there is such a hyper focus on it, to the point to where we are told that, one, we should expect that, and two, it's almost as if we don't have it, we can't be happy. If we don't have that stuff, then we can't be truly feminine, or we can't be, whatever it may be. And what I know about rich people is that some of the richest people out there, some of those people who are really doing well, they don't flash it. They don't really flash it like that. It's their everyday experience. It's normal to them. So when I see somebody really pushing a luxury lifestyle, really pushing, a luxury image, I mean, unless they're like a superstar where they get paid to do so, or they're paid to represent certain items, if they're pushing this luxury lifestyle, 9 times out of 10, they're probably not living it. 9 times out of 10, they're probably really not that rich. Because for people who are really rich, luxury to them doesn't really mean anything. It's normal. It's become commonplace to them. It's become their everyday experience. So they don't really feel a need to promote it like that, because it's not novelty. It's not new. But I think some of us women in particular, we are pushed and almost encouraged to create this narrative, or to push this narrative of like, oh, I'm luxury this, or I'm luxury that, I'm luxury that. And most women just are not living that experience. They're just not. Like I said, if you look at the economy, that's just not what is happening. So, and that's okay. I'm not saying it's wrong to necessarily like nice things. I hope to have nice things, moving forward. I hope to have other nice things. But I know enough to know that like that's not going to make me happy. If you're not happy where you're at now, you're not going to be happy after you have those nice things. You're not. If you actually talk to a rich person, if you honestly talk to a rich person, or talk with a person who's grown up in wealth, it's not as if they don't have problems. It's not as if some of them don't have struggles, fertility, or don't have depression, or don't have anxiety, don't have, eating disorders, don't have issues in their marriage or their relationship, don't struggle with their husbands. Many women who have successful husbands struggle with their husbands being gone for sometimes hours, days, weeks, months out of the year, knowing that he has maybe a lady or two or whoever on the side, and she has to deal with it. Like, these people, they're people. They're people that have problems just like you and me. And it's really bad, and it's really toxic for I think women to be sold this idea that like the highest form of femininity is to have luxury. It's not. That is not. Luxury is nice. Those things are nice, but it's not going to make you happy. And also, don't be fooled. If there's someone out there, like I said, that is so heavily pushing this luxury lifestyle, and they're not like a celebrity or associated with a brand, then they're most likely making it up. Yeah, they may have a nice experience here or there, but it's probably not the reality. Because like I said, people who actually truly live that way, it's commonplace to them. It's their everyday experience. It's normal. So then why would they need to talk about it? Why would they need to present it as if it's so new or fresh when it's normal to them? So don't buy the lie that luxury is going to make you happy. Do not buy the lie that having all the money in the world is going to make you happy, because it's not. I'm not saying you can't work hard to make money. I'm not saying you can't work hard to be successful, but we certainly should not buy into that lie that you're the most feminine if you have all these luxury items. Because to me, that's meaningless. That is absolutely meaningless. Some of those women who have the nicest bags and purses and outfits and some of them, you talk to them and it's like they're an empty shell. They're an empty shell. And it does us no good to fall into an illusion. And I believe that's an illusion. Like I said, if you honestly talk to a rich person or rich people, you find out that some of them are the most depressed out there. Because imagine how hard it is for you to have everything in the world imaginable, or have access to everything in the world imaginable, and still be depressed, and still not have enough money to be able to buy a good relationship with your kids, or not have enough money to be able to buy health. Imagine how depressing that must be. Poor people, the people who don't have money, we can be, enamored by the dream. So it can give us a sense of false hope. But if you don't have that false hope, you have all the riches, you have all the money, but you're still not able to buy what you need. It's beyond your grasp. That can be one of the most depressing things out there. So don't fall into the lie. Do not fall into the lie. The only thing that's really going to make you happy and at peace is you finding where you're at right now. If you can't find it where you're at right now, you're not going to find it if you get, $1 million more in the bank. I mean, yeah, you may have fun. You may have, certain luxuries and things. But like I said, it's not necessarily going to make those internal problems go away. If anything, sometimes it can magnify it and make it worse. And to me, that's why a relationship with God is so important, because that's the only thing that's like, no matter what situation I'm at financially, whether I have a really good job or not, or bringing money in or not, it's the only thing that makes me consistent. The only thing. And we live in a culture that I think worships what's false. It worships the illusion, and that doesn't make people happy. If that was the case, if money was the case, if wealth was the case, and this nation has so much wealth, then we wouldn't have like at least 1 in 4 women who have psychological problems and are like literally on drugs. I think it's like 1 in 4. I have to go back and look at the exact numbers, but it's a high number of women who are clinically either depressed, bipolar, or have psychological issues. And we live in one of the most wealthiest nations. So if wealth and access to wealth and money was enough to make us happy, then we should, in theory, be one of the happiest nations out there. But it's not the case. So those are my thoughts. But let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to hear from you. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening, if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.